Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Will.
And we are Working Titles. Pranked ya. Yo, we are back. It is Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon.
Oh.
This is Season 1, Episode 4, title down below. Last on, Viserys had a great birthday party for King Aegon, or soon-to-be King Aegon. Princess Rhaenyra got a kill with the help of
Sir Criston Cole.
Sir Criston Cole.
Meanwhile, the king has finally decided to help his brother Daemon in the fight against the
Crab
crab.
feeder. The crab feeder.
That guy.
Said,
He
"Fuck
went in,
that."
faked him out, and did the duty with Corlys and his brother, and it was epic.
Gang shit.
So guys, y'all like this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and notification bell so you know when the next House of Dragon episode comes out. We got a Patreon if y'all want to check out these shows a week in advance, 2 weeks in advance.
Please.
And be a sponsor for the channel.
Be a sponsor.
So we can make awesome content like this. We'd appreciate it. And it's not a March substitute if you want to check out House of the Dragon. Go on HBO
HBO.
and check it out, and then come back to YouTube and watch your boys' reaction. We're punching it.
I bring urgent news from the stepstairs. It is a losing effort.
It is a war started by two malcontents. If I now provide Daemon and Corlys succor, what will that say of their king?
Dragons.
Damn, dude.
R.I.P. Bozo.
Bozo.
Rest in piss. You will not be missed.
The view across the marches is inspiring. Shows the Queen Alexandra
I
herself.
don't give a
She
shit.
honored my father and I.
Next.
Shot down the Dondarrion. This kid is 8.
I am a child. Hello.
And the Riverlands they once ruled as kings.
Once.
The blood of the first man still flows in their veins.
I think everybody's a king.
Go on. Yeah.
Everybody's got king's blood, apparently.
My princess. Ours is a bond that has long endured. Since Lucas Blackwood, the grandsire of my grandsire, aided the dragon in his war of conquest.
Aye, the Blackwoods truly turned the tide on that one.
You've chosen as your match, princess.
Aw, she's like, that's
Your day shall be easy, and night safe.
The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
He's 8. Leave him alone, bro.
Craven.
Oh, stepped up.
Scrap.
This ridiculous pageant.
The kid killed him. The kid definitely killed him.
Oh,
Big. Big.
I was like, I don't want to see a kid.
Oh, he's
I
got
don't
the kid.
like you, whatever.
Good guy.
Fighting
That's
with
a
a kid.
good man right
Fighting
there.
with a kid, get it.
damn, that was lit, bro.
Hell yeah.
GG's kid.
Blackwoods all the way, man. Let's go. Trees. The tree people.
First men.
At least we hear Criston Cole speaking more freely.
I'm telling you, she's either gonna marry this dude, or she's gonna marry Daemon. I know it's weird, but I
Daemon.
Is that Daemon right there?
yes, that is.
I'm home, guys.
The man that swooped her off her feet. My uncle.
It wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last in the Targaryen line.
King?
The drip.
I like that.
Unreasonably good drip for an old guy.
Dude, the outfits in the show are so good, too.
Enter the rogue.
Otto.
Here comes the gold. What are they, gold cloaks?
Yeah.
Or is it just Daemon? That's just... Oh!
What is he?
He's got a crown on? Yo.
Is that the crab feeders thing?
Yo.
Yes. Oh, he cut his hair.
Yeah.
I thought it was like up in a bun.
He looks nuts. Got your
Add
present.
to the chair.
Add it to the chair.
But I know that there is only one true king, Your Grace.
That is you. Hey, loyal to the end. Hopefully.
Who holds the stepstones?
The tides, the crabs, and 2,000 dead Triarchy corsairs Stake to the sand to warn those who might follow.
Damn.
Nice.
He painted it back in blood.
Left for the scarecrows to rule.
Why is Otto saying awkwardly to the
He's
side?
a fucking freak.
Bro hates Daemon so much.
He's a freak.
He hates Daemon. And Daemon wants him dead, I'm sure.
Daemon doesn't trust him. He thinks he's the one that's like, you know, undermining the king. I like that. I'm happy for the reunion.
Let's go.
Congratulations on your victory.
House.
Perhaps Prince Daemon would care for a tour of the gallery.
Would you like to see the tapestry?
We don't give a shit.
Girl, we don't know about that.
I'd like to see them.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
Yeah, go talk to the mom of yours. I mean, your friend. I mean,
I
your
shall
mom.
enjoy them alone. Those men and boys don't fawn over me.
Yeah.
They only want my name and my Valerian blood for their offspring.
True.
I think it's rather romantic.
Okay.
How
They
romantic
want my
it must be to
genes.
get imprisoned in a castle and need to squeeze out heirs.
Oh. Just shitting on you, for real.
Deserves it.
Could you imagine
How angry is he?
your bestie fucking your parent?
Bro, on TikTok, things are way wilder than that, man.
But I'm glad you are home. I've missed you too.
That's sweet.
That was cool.
That was sick.
Pajohuna Kirizadristorot, Jovet Kretas, Silabus Unlawful. Amazinot Kepenochem Vindigantoriat Ilzi.
I like the short hair.
I did too. Looks really handsome.
Mature perhaps.
You've matured yourself these last 4 years, Princess.
So it's been 4
You'll
since
get
I
used
left.
to the attention.
The stepstones were meant to be one for the realm, but over the past few days, it seems we have traded a crab feeder for a sea snake.
This is clearly a rebuke for passing over Lady Lena for Queen Alicent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Koros is beefing now.
Business with
Well, he didn't show up.
I don't wish to cause you further distress, Your Grace, but my brother has sent disturbing word from Elta.
And that is.
Lord Corlix is said to have engaged in negotiations with the Sea Lord of Bravos.
Oh my gosh.
His daughter Lena to the Sea Lord's son.
Fucking guy.
He's a
If House
snake.
Valarian
Y'all.
entered into
Stop defending that
slithering
ass.
little snaky guy.
Good night, Sir Kristen.
Sleep well, Princess.
No, dude, we know what time it is.
The demon time.
The hour of the wolf.
It's about to go demon
When the
time.
primal urges kick in.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see how long this solitude will last.
Prime.
Nice. Doesn't have to do with anything. Dude, I hate you two so much. Who's this to? Read it out loud. What?
It's a puzzle.
Secret entrance?
Did Daemon leave that? Now he's making puzzles.
He's the Riddler.
What?
Help.
Found the secret stairs.
The sex cave is about to happen.
Bro found the sexnasium by accident.
Is this like the secret passageway Arya snuck out in like season 1?
Yeah,
With
maybe.
Davos? Yeah.
One of the dragon heads, yeah.
God, that's so sick. Oh, I love that dragon head's
Bro, sneaky.
post. He's gonna do an Assassin's Creed.
I know, like.
Where are we going?
A night out. Live a little. Oh.
He's Ezio. God damn it. Stop. Oh, what? Yeah! It's in the streets, bro. For what?
No shame.
Fuck off, boy. This is what it was like when I went to Miami. What the fuck are you?
Don't talk to her.
Our good king names his daughter, a girl, his heir.
This is like an Arya moment
commentary.
Would she make a powerful queen, or would she be feeble?
Oh my
Slander!
It's my folk like to believe that isn't there. Daemon should be the heir.
No wants are of no consequence.
Say that now.
They're of great consequence if you expect to rule one day. Hey, stop! Boy! Wait, I'll find him.
They're doing a bit now.
Yeah. To steal.
Enjoyed that, did you?
You know
Oh,
someone
close.
else takes freedom?
Holding hands. Weird, man. Kind of sus.
It's only sus because we know
It's gonna
the type of
happen.
behavior that they have, but it could be sweet. I don't know.
No, dude. He told her that she's matured a lot in 4 years. Come on, like.
Didn't she say it first?
The king has requested your presence.
What now?
Bro, I'm trying to sleep.
I just cleaned him. Is that a no? I don't know. Oh gosh.
Editing.
I hope you guys enjoy seeing our face.
Boobies.
Oh, her face.
Oh, God.
He requested. Oh, that's so disappointing and sad. Why did this just become so dire and
Bro,
strange?
I'm telling you, it's.
Bro, if these two start doing it, and they're the ones having pleasure, but the one that's like a normal relationship relatively is like the one that's unpleased, is such a weird.
The one that should not be okay
is the one that is actually mutual and loving. Yeah, they should have probably kept that hair hidden if I'm being for real, but.
I mean, he runs this place almost.
Yeah.
He's a regular.
It's just gonna be the talk of the town, though.
Fucking is a pleasure, you see.
Yeah.
For the woman as it is the man.
I told you. I said this.
God damn it!
Look at her face.
Marriage is a duty. That doesn't stop us from doing what we want.
I'm full of unyielding rage right now.
That's something that we want.
Oh, God.
Sodom!
Yep.
Oh man.
I knew it was coming. Why? Why is that?
Why?
This happened way more sooner than I anticipated.
What? The music is so sinister and I hate
Well, like him backing away too is like, what? What? Oh,
He's realizing it's low-key wrong.
bro, at least like pull her pants up, bro. Just let.
Damon?
Oh gosh.
And then just leaves her in the middle of the
left
city.
her.
Someone's coming after her.
One of Varys' little birds of 200 years in the making.
He's like, how the fuck? What?
Hey, Sir Kristen.
Bro, how'd you get? Okay.
You're failing at your job.
Hey, yo, how the fuck you do that?
I should have let the Lord Commander.
It's his turn. It's his time.
Stop. If that happened.
She's gonna bring him in. He's getting it. He's
Stop.
getting it.
Stop.
She
I
didn't
can't
get,
do this.
She didn't get any. She's gonna.
No, she got some.
Nah.
Just not enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. I can't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it's game time.
He's pissed.
Oh shit. He's getting killed.
There's no way.
He's
gonna get blamed for it.
He's gonna have one good night axed. Ooh, she's slick.
Bro, why is this happening? She just had sex. I just had sex. God God, this is giving me a headache. I can't do this anymore.
I'm developing forms of whiplash I didn't think could happen.
Yeah. All my muscles are tensed up in anger.
Or
my butt cheeks are clenched.
Or you're turned on.
No. The opposite of that. I'm pissed.
I'm so angry.
I'm enraged.
Two people are so hot and they're about to have sex.
It makes me so mad.
Understandable. I agree.
Like, if we didn't have to deal with that whole moment before, this would be fine. I'm like, yeah, nah, these two are cool.
Initially, I expected this to happen first.
Bro's second option to her own uncle, dude. Like, nah.
I think she's first. I think she just got, or he's first. I think he just got lured. She just got lured. Fuck.
He just fucking.
I don't understand why Daemon.
He's an adventurous spirit, and they like connect that way.
He's like the world that she hasn't gotten to witness. That's a lure for sure. She's also extremely sheltered, I'm sure.
He's like, damn, am I really doing this right now? You better hope that by sunrise he is outside that door.
Standing guard.
Forsaking his vows.
I'm gonna feel so bad for this guy, because he's gonna get the short end of the stick.
Oh, he's definitely gonna die. They're gonna blame him. Because no one saw Daemon, that kid, that little spy, saw her run out.
Yeah.
So they're gonna blame him and be like, y'all shacked up. Especially if he stays asleep in her bed and that's who they find in the morning.
Okay.
Bro. Why?
God damn, bro.
Jesus Christ. Okay, dude. I've seen too much sex this episode. Can we just let it go?
The music's loving, well.
It went from sinister to like, now this is epic. Not good.
Oh no.
Not good.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Where is
Apologies for
Cole?
late hour. What is it? A messenger brings word from the White Worm.
From the White Worm.
Who's the
Miss Arya, Daemon's girl.
White Worm? Who?
They called her White Worm, and I know her name's White Worm.
That's a terrible nickname.
Well, she's a worm and a rat and a weasel.
And a sea snake.
And a sea snake.
Yep. Yeah, she
Am I
snatched
a prisoner?
Because I was once yours.
the fog.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Blacked out.
From common law.
I'm not so common.
She's an agent of chaos.
He looks so perturbed.
That camera angle's not doing his forehead justice right now.
I have discomforting news. I thought it best shared discreetly before the council convenes. The sea snake.
No,
I'm afraid it concerns the princess.
Oh, gosh.
It is no easy thing to tell a father of his daughter's exploits.
Oh, God, no.
I have considered saying nothing, but she was carrying on with her uncle.
Fuck.
They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden.
What behaviors?
Bro, you know what he's saying. You want him to spell it out for you?
What must I say, Your Grace?
You enter my bedchamber, accusing my daughter of something. Now speak it plainly.
They was fucking.
Oh.
Where's she at?
Coupling.
Oh gosh, dude.
In the closet, I don't know.
You so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, spied upon, awaiting your best chance to destroy her reputation.
Yes, but...
Yes.
I have no such intent, Your Grace.
I'm lying, but...
Cunning man.
Princess.
Yo, you fucked your uncle, then fucked me?
Why was I option 2? How do I navigate this?
Shit. Poor guy.
Fuck. God damn it.
Princess, I have a message from the Queen.
Did you,
I got a question for you.
Did you, I'll be honest, I had sex with your dad last night, it sucked. Did you have sex with your uncle?
Did that shit suck? Cause like...
What happened last night?
Oh no.
What do you mean?
Which crime is she gonna admit
My
to?
father has made some worrying allegations about you.
Your father accused me of something.
You fucked Daemon in a pleasure house.
Bro.
Fuck.
This is a vile accusation. His
Is it?
Ugh.
You Targaryens do have queer customs.
Damn!
Alison.
Bro took the RPG.
I would never. You have witnessed gossip.
Your whole family odd,
Well,
bro.
certainly he's been misled. He cannot have witnessed it.
Goofy odd
Because
incest
it did not
family.
happen. He was told to question my virtue is an act of treason.
Your virtue has been.
But you know specifically your father did not tell you. So you did not.
I mean, in fairness, the kid just saw her leave. You know what I mean? Like,
You would think that.
It just comes down to the loyalty of the brothel, I suppose. The ladies and men inside.
Never touched me.
We have so many witnesses.
why is
I
this
swear
lie?
this to you upon the memory of my mother.
Oh
Don't
my
do that.
god, dude, you can't.
We're not doing that, bro. Come
It's foolish
on.
of you to place yourself in a
Bro,
position
you
where
want to live.
Now you're gonna get Christian in trouble too, though.
if that lord were to think that you were being sullied.
Bro, I hate this girl. I'm not gonna lie.
Unsullied.
Keep picking your nails. Like, it's so annoying. I get that she's looking out for her, but she also tries to be like mom, and like, you're not my mom.
Look at this fucker. I'm back, guys.
Great timing. The news has struck.
I blacked out. What happened last night? Me being escorted out of the bar.
On a Friday night.
I'm the brother of the king.
You defiled her. Oh! Still you say nothing.
What does it matter, brother? When we were Rhaenyra's age, we fucked our way through most of the brothels on the Street of Silk.
She's just a girl. Your niece.
Rhaenyra's a woman grown. Better first experience be with me than Summer Hall.
You have ruined her. What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? You are the dragon. Your word is truth and law.
I have spent a lifetime defending you. But your heart is even blacker than I thought.
Wed her to me. When I offered up my crown, you said I could have anything. I want Rhaenyra. I take her as she is and wed her in the tradition of our house.
You're already wed.
Give me Rhaenyra to take to wife, and we will return the House of the Dragon to its proper glory.
Fucking why?
It's not my daughter you lust for, is it? It's my throne.
Bro, these games people play are crazy.
Go back to the Vale, Daemon. To your lawful wife. Matters not to me.
You're taking too many half
Only
matches,
you are
bro.
gone from my side for good.
You can't. Like, there's no.
You can't do half measures when it comes to Daemon. You can't just let him free.
Map room.
Map room. There's culprit number 2.
Yeah, I know. And he's right there. I feel like he's gonna get blamed for it. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be the scapegoat. No, ultimately, Daemon took me so I could have sex with this dude.
Before Edmund's death, the last of the Valyrian pyromancers hit his song in the steel.
Oh, okay.
From my blood come the prince that was promised. And his will be the song of ice and fire.
Damn, dude. That's a direct quote from the book.
That's
dude.
so hard.
Responsibility.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception.
Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selena Velaryon, and you will do so without protest.
The son of a sea snake. So I can be a remedy for your political headaches.
You are my political
Yeah,
I know. It is you, bro.
At this point,
Unfortunately.
you have done this
Your
yourself.
wedding to Selena Velaryon.
The House of the Dragon will stand as one for a further generation.
And what
Finally.
will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne? I will do my duty as heir, and with Selena. But you must first do yours as king.
Get rid of Otto.
Oh man.
Get him out of here.
Oh shit.
Dude, this is gonna cause beef.
With his wife.
Yeah, Allison's gonna be.
Oh, Allison's gonna
Grace.
yoink the king.
My father was a hale and healthy warrior and dragon rider. Jaehaerys named a great royal hunt to celebrate him being named the Hand of the King. 5 days later, my father lay dead.
Oh shit.
It was a good day for you. I will never recover from Emma's death. But Alicent, she took me through the worst of my grief. She was a calculated distraction.
He's figured it out, man. Thanks to his daughter.
How well calculated it was.
That is an absurdity. The Queen loves you. You were a faithful servant, Otto.
Stop.
Oh. Were. Past tense. Demoted.
But I can no longer trust your judgment.
I think this is gonna be probably his best/worst choice.
Yeah. I'm just curious to see how much of a changed man Otto will now be without his position.
I took great care in its preparation.
Is this something to prevent a pregnancy or something?
If not brewed properly, it can either prove ineffective or else bear unpleasant.
It's definitely something to like prevent.
For
I'm sorry, what is that?
It will rid you of any
unwanted
consequences.
Plan B in the ancient times.
That will help us for not Daemon, but
Sir Kristen Gold,
the Coalmeister.
Gosh, just drink it. Like,
except if they fucked it up, they could have really bad consequences. She could just fall over and die.
Oh my god, that's how it ends. Freaking A, man. Crushed. So, without knowing the name of the episode, coitus.
Is that your name of the episode?
It's another word for sex, but yeah, that's the name of the episode for me.
Yes. The banging.
The banging.
Coupling.
The coupling.
The coupling.
Fuck boys.
There's a lot of fuck boys this episode.
They were fucking a lot of boys, bud.
This was my favorite episode. Easily, dude.
God, this made me so uncomfortable
the
whole way.
This brought me back to the Land of Thrones.
This was a grim reminder of Game of Thrones.
This reminded me of all the intrigue that I loved in that show.
Sam was like, first episode, incest sex? Must be my favorite show now.
We're back to square one.
I love the intensity that these kind of things bring upon the show to have to like resolve and maneuver around. See how all these characters react when things get really dirty. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is where the show has always excelled in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I just feel like the whole way. I really don't feel like there was any like dull moments in this episode. I feel like everything was just so good, beginning to end. I'm even say right now, Daemon and Rhaenyra's chemistry that they were able to work on screen was better in this episode than any moment Jon and Dany ever had.
Agreed. Oh yeah.
Personally,
yeah.
I believed the lead up to that.
Yeah.
Way more than
yeah.
Like with Jon, I don't want to just make this a whole like
shit
bash on Thrones right now, but the only thing that had me believing Dany and Jon is that it's two hot people that want to have sex.
Oh yeah, that they're just like
That's
both
about
attractive people, and they just are like.
And that's what attractive people do. That's about it in my mind.
Jon has a lost lover, and Daenerys is like, like sworn off her past lover at that point. So
just easy timing, and they were two tens that wanted to just do a thing.
Yeah.
Where this is like it was like in my heart, where it's like, okay, I know they're Targaryens. I know this is like the common trope that we know the show has always talked about. The other show has always talked about.
Yeah.
So there was that, but also like I wasn't sure because Daemon had that girl with him, and not knowing anything about this show, I didn't know if this was the story that launches that kind of dynasty for us.
Yeah. You know, in the first episode when Daemon gives that necklace that was a focus in the beginning of the episode and also in the intro. When they handed that, I brought up to Adam, who was here for the first episode, and Caleb, I was like, that felt a little flirty. Yeah. Like that instance right there. And I don't really know. Matt Smith is like actually an older guy in real life, but I don't know how old he is in this and how old he's supposed to be. And I know she was younger, but I mean, like, it's the show, whatever. Like, you know, it's going to happen. But I don't know. I just felt like every interaction they had has been kind of flirty, and I don't know if it was like a grooming thing for Daemon to get his place. You know what I mean?
A long con. Like
yeah, I mean, in fairness, like in the beginning, he assumed that he was going to be the heir if the baby didn't survive, or if he didn't have a son to his first wife, but with the way things have turned out, and like after the kid had passed away and Rhaenyra was named the heir, it seemed like, and they only saw each other twice. Like they saw each other at Dragonstone, which was a very like flirty, hot-headed, or not hot-headed, but like two aggressive alphas like meeting like, nah, I'm gonna take the egg. You know what I mean? And,
I am the egg holder.
Honestly, I think you're right about the deep seeding in episode 1 because he's a man who's been quite experienced. So much so that it seems like no whore can cause excitement from him anymore. He is a man who's a man whore who's done nothing but have sex, and perhaps the excitement of just a brothel is no longer exciting for him. He has to go to that next level to find that appeasement, so...
Yeah. Not to jump to like the later part of the episode, but I'd just be curious like what is like the whole deal with his like impotence and like, you know what I mean? Like he just like seems like he can't. Every time we've seen him have sex, he can't follow through with it.
Yeah.
He did it with the girl, did it for a little bit, and then he kind of like, and then like stopped. Like when it wasn't like he had
wasn't
finished.
doing it for him.
It just didn't work for him. And then same thing here. He was good until. This is really fucked up. He was good until she turned around.
And wanted to, like, take it to the next step, and he backed out of it.
Yeah. Well, he was already, like, in there at that point.
I don't know if he was. I thought it was just, like, just playing around, like, not going in.
It could be, but to me, it seemed like he was in there, and then she turned around to, like, let's do it for real, like, real intimate
To
sex.
actually engage.
Yeah.
In something intimate.
Not just like
he doesn't want that. It seemed like he was terrified of.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. Like at first, when she was going for the kiss and he was like backing off, I thought it was the playful thing where it's like like
fight me a bit more.
Yeah, or you're like, no, I'm not letting you have it so easily. You know what I mean? Until like, because it initially. I'm not trying to get like too sexual, so I'm trying to keep this PG as possible.
I think it's not possible.
But I'm just saying, like, instead of going for like get little kisses, like, oh, I'm kissing you a little bit, like, no, I want you to like fully make out with me. Like that's like the vibe I got with that at first, but then I was like, oh no, he like legit is like, no, like don't kiss me. So I don't know what his deal is exactly, but
I don't know.
Yeah. But regardless, back to the beginning of the episode. When he arrives at King's Landing after, after them interacting for the first time and him seeing that she's still wearing the necklace, like to me it just felt like he was engaged. It seems like it's the long con that he's engaging with.
Yeah.
Or keeping an option open to try and like get his place.
Yeah.
He's a wild man.
Yeah. But before that, we had Rhaenyra doing.
She was like talking
her
to
suitors. Yeah, I don't know where they were. That was a place not at King's Landing, but
and I didn't like. I was trying to think. Is it like Storm's End, the place that Renly was like given? We never got to see that place, so I was like, I don't know like the timeline of like what is Targaryen, what isn't, but. I think that was Targaryen occupation, and when Stannis took it, it was given to Renly. So if I had to take a guess, it's that other castle, the one that we never got to see in the show.
Like actual Storm's End.
Yeah, like actual, like the castle. The
Robert's
like big home
place / Stannis, yeah.
It could be that. And that there was that Baratheon
the
guy
Baratheon
next
guy was
to
there, yeah. So that makes sense if that's where it was.
Yeah.
But she had all her suitors that she was turning down. And there was the little boy who, tried to...
Badass.
What was it, Blackwood?
Blackwood.
Yeah, he tried to give his take, or shoot his shot, rather.
Mm-hmm. Riz up, if you would.
And he also killed that dude, though. Shit talking.
He folded him, bro.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good shit.
And then that's when she ended it early. Like, nah, we're not doing the tour anymore.
2 months early.
Yeah, like, we're not going to another place to meet more people. Like, let's just go back to
I'm just going to
King's
say
Landing.
no to all of them.
We don't even know if there's handsome Starks in the north. We could have gone up there.
Yeah.
But Daemon swept her off the feet, as you pointed out. Hit her head on the noggin, and then she became a Targaryen, really, full throttle. She had the lust for a new type of breed. But she went back. There was some, talking amongst the family. They're all together.
Daemon is pissed about,
Corlys didn't show up.
Yeah.
And bend the knee after the victory that he didn't get to help with. The king, not Corlys. And it seems like there's going to be some strife amongst them. Daemon comes in, crown, takes it off, bends the knee. Seems like all is well between the brothers. There's some fun laugh between them in the garden. Alicent's still a little iffy, and then there's a little sweet moment with them, Rhaenyra
and Alicent, rekindling their friendship and saying they miss each other,
looking back on their past few years.
They're trying to salvage what they can from their friendship after everything that's happened.
Yeah, because Rhaenyra, both of them feel lonely in their own aspects when they should be together technically, because Alicent is the wife of the king, and she only has her maidens to talk to, and then Rhaenyra isolates herself and is basically the same thing in the same building, but will not connect because of the awkwardness.
Yep.
I don't remember. Oh, Daemon was then under the tree, looking all suave, and she came and approached him. Also, you might brought up transitions. There were good transitions in this episode with the fade-ins, fade-outs, the fire transitions, whatever we had.
Yeah,
a lot of
there's some cool editing in this episode for sure.
Yeah. The music was also on edge. I didn't have a lot to say about the music, but a lot of good
yeah, especially when it was all the bad things, like Alicent being displeased in her, and her coupling versus Rhaenyra and Daemon doing their unlawful coupling.
Yeah, I was gonna say even the music had a way to give a sense of ecstasy in the sound, kind of everything feels like everybody's high or having just this elevated type of pleasure experience.
Yeah.
Love when music can do that. But
they also had a King's Council meeting. It was a little bit earlier in the episode, I think, but Corlys is wedding his daughter to the Sea Lord of Bravos.
Right.
So
interesting.
Now the second strongest house in Westeros is making an alliance with the Free Cities, which is going to hinder the or possibly affect the autonomy of the Westeros and the Seven Kingdoms. And then I think that's when
I think that's when tragedy starts. Well, and one of the conversation pieces, which is kind of I think one of the ones they keep bringing back when Daemon and Rhaenyra were talking by the Godswood, was kind of just the whole idea that the show has been going with is all the regimented, I use that word way too much, that regimented forms of relationships right now are more of a thing that people don't want, even though it's more of a seen, even though in the eyes of the beholders and the people it's pure.
Yeah.
It's where all the trouble is, where people find their passion, their love.
Yeah.
And that's basically where we lead to where people go to their passions and love. We got a little theater display like Bravos from the other show.
Always love to see some parody within the universe.
The commoners commentary.
The commoner parody.
But also it was kind of Daemon sowing the seeds of hey,
these people matter.
These people matter and their opinions matter. They don't think that you alone are fit to rule.
Yeah.
So which I also think is another play on part of me really wants to give Daemon all the credit to think that he is that cunning to almost like Otto play that long game to get Alicent in position to get his family on the throne. I don't know if Daemon is that clever. I know we talked about it earlier, but it kind of feels that way because even in that conversation it's hey, they're not going to want you as a Targaryen on the throne alone, but they'd rather have Aegon, who's just a kid who hasn't even proved anything. But if, you got me,
I think he is as cunning as Otto. I just think he is far more unhinged and less tactic about, he doesn't he has such a wild personality. It almost acts as a good camouflage for what he's up to in his mind.
Yeah.
It also helped today because it looked like he was drugged up from whatever incident, so that also kind of played off and made him seem like a complete sloth of a man, falling asleep in like the court and everything, can't stand up, looking like the type of guy that's like, oh, I don't have to worry about this guy. He's like such a bloke that I don't have to really fear. But she got introduced to sex in the most flamboyant of fashions.
Yeah.
Immersion therapy. Very quick immersion therapy. Bro got thrown into a brothel. Like, this is what fucking looks like.
No, but I mean, like, the wild thing was that it was like everything. It wasn't just like they walked in one room with like a guy and a girl having sex. Like, there was like, you know,
orgies, like homosexual sex,
lesbians,
and
everything. Like
hetero sex and oral and what you name it. All the positions.
Will said there's so many mouths doing things.
There was like people putting their mouths everywhere in one instance. I was like, Jesus.
You know what? This is a weird thing to give credit for with this show because it is very in your face. But at the same time, in comparison to the other show, this one's a little bit more like blurred and glossy, if that makes sense. Like, they have explicit things on camera, but they're kind of like covered up in a weird way. Like, I feel like some of the other show was like so in your face. Like, it's HD as hell. The camera's like panning specifically on it, and the things that you were supposed to pay attention to are like backdrops. Where this, it's like kind of like, I don't know, fluid is a good term. Like, it's all like kind of just like.
Yeah. I mean, kind of.
That's how I felt with even, other than Daemon just going to Pound Town. All the brothel scenes were like kind of like this like wave in my mind. I don't know how to describe that.
My only retort to that is that there has already been way more sex in this than in. I know in the first episode you have Jaime and Cersei.
And a bunch of like brothels.
And then you have
girls.
Tyrion and
the prostitutes.
Tyrion and Rose, and then Theon and Rose, right? Doesn't that
Theon later, but yeah.
Yeah, but like within the first few episodes, there's that. But we had like the first brothel scene with Daemon, then we had the second brothel scene, and then we had someone having sex in the street. Then we had this brothel scene, and then we had Alicent and Viserys. Like, it's like, and within like
that one's just
I should preface, sex is not absent from these episodes. They're very much there. I think they have gotten a little bit clever at like lowering the hues and the visibility of what you're necessarily seeing with like clothes or just colors. Like, it's darker. Where I feel like there's like lights explicitly on like the nipples and like the balls of the balls and ass of like men and girls. Like,
I guess, that's sex scene with Kristen Cole and
but even like that was like
I
covered.
know
Like,
it was. I get that it was covered, but I'm just saying that was more. That was probably like the most in detailed sex scene we've had.
I remember some pretty crazy.
There's some pretty crazy shit.
I mean,
I will never forget the Baelish monologue one, where it's literal thrusting on camera for like a minute.
Okay, you're right. That one was pretty graphic. I will remember that. But I was just saying. I mean, they literally like it was literally like we were watching, you know, a P-Hub video. Like, that was literally Berserk. That was true. That is why. That did remind me of that. But yeah, so all of the sexes happened.
Yeah.
And well, the first two sexes happened, and as Daemon decides that he's not into it and leaves, Rhaenyra leaves herself and gets spotted by a little kid spy who is one of the White Worm's spy, her Daemon's former partner.
The not so common whore, as he called her.
Yeah, it seems that she has possibly drugged him.
Yeah,
but don't know.
Seems like maybe he went to a different place.
I thought it was just he got like blackout drunk and is like super hungover.
Possibly.
He was like
because she like said she protected him, so I guess that she like dragged him to wherever he was sleeping.
I think he did get drugged, but it was like in the sense of like, I'm gonna make sure that this gets seen through the end. Like, people know that you're with me, and I'm gonna make sure that you get back safe, but I want your name to be dragged. I think just kind of like getting him on candid camera.
Yeah.
And because like he couldn't even like lift the drink when he woke up. Like he was just
couldn't
like
hold it,
falling
just
over.
fell.
He couldn't even like have a hangover walk. Like barely. He fell over, but he, did not. Timing was horrible because the Viserys got told by Otto. Alicent heard. Alicent confronted Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra lied.
Rhaenyra lied.
Well, also, Rhaenyra came back home and slept with Kristen Cole also in the same night.
Yeah.
So she is like, unfortunately, doubly guilty for ruining her virtue, as they say. But yes, everyone heard. Alicent confronted Rhaenyra.
I couldn't even really enjoy that moment because like it was like sincere between, at least for him it was sincere, but like the idea that it's kind of like an afterthought, like she just wants to like have it done.
She just need to get her rocks off.
No, but I do think that partially she was taking, because like Daemon said, like earlier in the episode, like once you're married and the political part is out the way, even though that's not necessarily true for the woman, but he was like, you can just do what you want at that point.
Yeah.
And so so like you should fulfill your desires, because what was when they were talking Valerian, he was saying like, like you can't live your life like not taking full advantage of it and enjoying life. You can either like do your duty and just kind of like suffer through, or you can have fun while you're doing it by doing things you want to do. So I feel like she was genuine in that. If Daemon didn't, I don't think that he forced herself upon her, because she was definitely into it in the moment. But if she had that like pep talk and was in that situation with Sir Kristen Cole, I mean, it would have been on and popping at that moment.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's just it becomes more of a like the fun thing, like you said, as opposed to like the sweet romantic thing that I would have wanted for them.
Yeah.
And the shitty part that she was technically already with someone in the same like hours.
Yeah.
But
I feel bad for Kristen though.
I'm really worried about Kristen Cole.
Yeah,
I feel bad for him in that moment because he was the afterthought, and now I feel terrified for what is to come of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's just gonna end up being the, like, if it really does like come out that they could just say that he R'd her, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he could just say that he was the one that did that, or rather like the king and all that, they say like he did that or attempted to do that, and so like the rumors aren't true, because if Corlys doesn't accept the proposal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird space.
It's a bad situation for our boy.
Yeah. Another man got canned today.
Yes.
Mr. Otto got confronted.
Dropped off the roster.
The day in which was most grim in my life was a great day for you. Which was, that was a very satisfying call out.
Yeah.
Because Otto's also very good at manipulating, to the point that I could have believed Otto if Otto denied it.
Yeah.
Because he's that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I could argue too, like the whole like he's doing this for I don't know, something. It's also just the shadiness with the daughter in the first episode. That whole bit too is just such a grim reminder of what he will do.
Yeah.
So I liked the clap back today with Viserys. I'm glad he didn't stab him either.
Yeah, 5 days.
I just don't know.
In 5 days, you became the second most powerful man in the kingdom.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. And it just is odd that that I don't know. It's weird that this show. I feel like in Thrones they were always so like upfront with who was playing what games for the most part. There was some stuff that was like hidden behind the scenes, but there was a lot of stuff that you could see people were like actively playing games. Whereas like Otto, to me, it seems your cat's walking so far.
Hello, kitty cat.
She was just walking like, I need to be really quiet so they don't know I'm here.
She's stealthing.
Is she getting water?
It's my wristband.
She's hunting it down.
Sorry.
Good. But you know what I mean? Like in Thrones, it just seemed like very easy to tell that everyone was playing their games and had, like Viserys said, their own self-interest at the time. Like everyone in the council who's ever been on and who will ever be on will always have their self-interest when serving the king and the kingdom.
Yeah.
But Otto just does it in such a sneaky way. Like he isn't being like Tywin and like actively controlling and like bitching everyone at the table while also doing stuff sneakily behind the scenes, i.e. Red Wedding.
Yeah.
But like Otto, everything he does is just like, just go do that real quick. Like the only thing that was very clear for us or the audience is like the Alicent situation.
Yeah.
Which was like the perfect place move for him.
And it was a good thing to give the audience too, to like keep it in your mind that this man is clever.
Yeah.
Like they do something obvious for the audience to be like, ooh, that's a bad taste in my mouth. But also show the parallel of how conniving he can be when people like don't know what he's up to.
Yeah.
But I think he's a big threat because now he's out of the picture and we've seen the extents he'll go to. So what kind of person will he become when he's no longer in this position? Will he be an asset to maybe a Corlys?
Yeah.
Will he try to vie for the throne with other contenders? Because I mean, he's not going to be for Daemon and Rhaenyra through an incestuous monarchy. Like that's not going to happen.
Well, and also it's going to be like what if he can back someone else? Like what if he can get to Corlys and be like, yo, don't marry your daughter to, the Bravos guy. Marry him, or, get the betrothal to King Aegon, or Prince Aegon, the baby.
Capture the kid, probably.
That too. But like when he gets of age, get him to marry them, and then get the the Valerians in the fold, or the Valerians. I don't remember how to say their names.
Valerians, I think.
Valerians. Whatever. Corlys' family. Get them in the fold over Viserys' head. Like that's the risk. But Viserys is also in such bad shape. Like he's even
decomposing.
But even his like skin, like he can't even handle like scrubbing from like the handmaidens. So it's like, if he can't even handle that, like he's gonna die soon, and there's just gonna be this whole succession issue, because if he's dead, Rhaenyra technically gets it, but Alicent can argue for her son, and Otto will argue for the son, and then you have Corlys, who's like the X Factor. It's just a shit show that's going to unfold in the next few episodes, and I can already feel it.
I love the confrontation with Viserys and Daemon in the courtroom with the knife to his neck.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to compliment Daemon on because he's such a foul creature, but I do love his genuine honesty in like the most weirdest of times.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, so what?
He picks and chooses.
You and I made love to whoever we chose back in the day. Couldn't even count how many times. She's just another one. And then he was like,
rather her first time be with me than somebody at a brothel.
At least it's somebody like me than somebody we could slit her neck, which is, I mean, a hell of a way to put it, but I guess sure. I mean, I guess that has...
For following that line of logic, sure, I guess.
Yeah, like I guess that holds some stability in this society. Or also the fact that he's being called out for something ridiculous, and he's just like, I want her. Can I marry her? I think this is a good call. Yeah. Like, it's very, in a weird way, it's very almost paralleling the by what right does the wolf judge the lion. Yeah. Like, but in the frame of, we're a dragon. Be a dragon.
Yeah.
Like, no, who's gonna tell a dragon to not be a dragon? I can do what I want. I can do what I please. If I want to be with her, who's gonna stop me?
Yeah, and also, like he said, Viserys, like, you are the truth and the law. Like at the end of the day, even if you want to wipe this away and say it never happened, it's your rule. You can say it never happened. Like
that's a gangster move in the sense of, this is taboo. No. We'll make what they do a taboo. This is the commonplace now. That's how, like, wild that phrase of thought is. Side note, I really liked seeing the upper shot looking at Viserys to see, like, we never see the roof of this building ever. So that was cool to see, like, how high up it goes.
And that goes to the shot down after with Daemon laying on the ground.
I just think that's cool. I feel like Game of Thrones, there's only 2 scenes I can think of where it will ever show the arches above is like Daenerys in that dream sequence in Karth where it's snowing, and then literally the only other time is when it's like ash snowing with Jon and the dragon burning at the end.
You're my queen.
So that was cool. Yeah. I love this episode a lot.
Yeah. And then there's one other thing.
The tea.
Also,
that
also the very brief dagger.
Oh yes, the Song of Ice and Fire. That's what I was going to bring up. Cool. I feel like I hate saying it this way, but it does really feel like that HBO is trying to like right the wrongs of the way Thrones ended. Like
I'm so here for it.
Yeah,
if they can make it cool and not too annoying.
Yeah, and I mean I appreciate it, like the stuff that we've never gotten touched on for Thrones and like the importance of the Targaryen line and the Song of Ice and Fire. I
think that's a direct quote too. I think Daenerys hears that in a one of the dream sequences in Karth. Weirdly enough, I think. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it is, but you know, it's one of those things where I love it because I'm always for it. You know, we like Star Wars on this channel. The prequels are a great thing that have added to Star Wars, like the lore that was already existing in the original trilogy. So I'm for it. I just hope that, like, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what way people want to spin it, nothing is going to save the catastrophe that is season 8 of Game of Thrones.
There's a lot of repair and a lot of retconning that has to go on to try to give any levity to a long night apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well, if this show does well enough, we might as well remake season 8 and just see if they can get the cast to come back and do it one more time. If they can do that,
make it as an anime or something though.
No,
literally
put it only in Japanese sub.
This is my last thoughts on it, but literally when they mentioned those kind of lines in the first episode when he had her down by the Balerion and she was talking to her, he was talking to her for the past 3 weeks. I've been trying to like think of how they could like try to spin the story to like devalue the Night King but still give like rise to a prophecy that could be cool. And I've just been like, like, I hate to say this because I never like when things really go this path, but like we view Game of Thrones and it's just the offshoot of what could be. I don't know, like they talk about prophecy a lot, so perhaps they could like see into the future and see what could be, and then show season 7, 8 and be like, this is the path it could be. I don't believe this path is the one we're going to take. And then they just show like a vision and it's like real footage of all our actors and like what is supposed to be. And then maybe one day get that as like a full...
The timeline has changed.
The most briefest way to be like, the story was never ended, you saw the fake out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that is what we are working with in terms of being able to save anything that extraordinary size.
Forever a blemish on this storyline, unfortunately.
But we have the Jon Snow show, and I'm very with that with what's happening in this show and those possibilities and that show as a idea that's not like fully come to fruition. I'd be curious to see like what they're gonna do because I don't want it to be something lame. We took a man who was a bastard to king level. And basically
reverted him back
into a wildling, essentially.
But I don't want to just watch a show where he's like people joked around saying like a buddy cop thing with Torment. I don't want that.
I mean, it's HBO. I can't imagine they're gonna do that, but I mean, who knows?
But like if it's not that just has my curiosity piqued.
Yeah.
To the utmost.
And the last thing is the Plan B. The Plan B.
Plan BT.
They're giving it for Daemon, but it's gonna work for Kristen Cole.
Yeah, so her child doesn't come out as a Dornish child.
You are not the father.
I'd imagine she's gonna take it.
Yeah.
So,
if not,
I think no. I don't think that's happening.
If not, it's gonna be awkward.
That's gonna be really strange when her belly starts getting big, and everyone's like, "Bro, what the fuck?"
Imagine the Dornish kid comes out. Some really messed up shit happens after that, and then they play it off that Daemon and Rhaenyra, their real child is Aegon. The one we know is Viserys's. Like, I don't know. Like, they try to just play it off and be like, yeah, so this was a thing. We're going to roll with this 100%. But also, they had a kid back in the day.
But the kid's going to be, like, 4 now.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're going to be like, deal with it. It happened back when she was younger. Get over
It's all a
it.
lie.
Like, they're going to not just go 100. They're going to go full 1,000% on We Are the Dragon. And say they already had a child. I don't know.
Oh.
That's about it.
We good?
Y'all.
Yeah.
If you made it to this point, leave a like. Let us know your thoughts if you're not a book reader. I would be curious to know what you guys are feeling about where this story is going to go further. Do you think it will have implications on the grander schemes and shows in the future for Westeros? What do you think? Tell us what's on your mind. Tell us where you're from. I hope you're having a good morning, afternoon, and evening, and we'll see you in the 5th episode. Punch it!
Bow! Ouch!